Today marks the start of Women's Month in South Africa. It's a month when we reflect on the 1956 march by thousands of women to the union buildings in Pretoria to protest against the abusive past laws. Now we chat to praise poet Jessica Mbangeni about some of her memories as a child growing up in a village kept together by women and their struggles. She'll also be speaking to us about some of the pressing issues, including femicide, rape and gender-based violence. She joins us live now. A very good afternoon to you, Jessica, and thank you very much for your time. Karabo Mokoena, Tsegovatso Pule, a number of women, young and old, Nkulumela, an 89-year-old grandmother from Queenstown, a 79-year-old grandmother from Brakpan. These are women who have fallen victim to the scourge of gender-based violence. Men who have done this to these women. We're now celebrating, at least I would like to think we are celebrating Women's Month. Is there reason to celebrate? Is there reason to say Happy Women's Month?
We celebrate the law of resilience from these women. They've seen so many things, different experiences, hard experiences. They have raised not only girls, but they have raised the communities through it all with the scars, with their hands, breastfeeding, with their painful pounding breasts. We salute all the women of our times and the ancient women of the times, because it is all because of the strength that carried through the shoulders of the great giants before the women of 1956.
Sis Jessica, we speak
women.
Yeah.
Women have done a great job to build the world to become what it is today. The economy of the world has women have had a huge, massive contribution in it.
Now, Sis Jessica, we speak a lot about how women must be celebrated, rightfully so. But we also speak about, some of the struggles women have gone through and how we should be praising them for these struggles that have gone through. But then there'll also be the conversation of we're glorifying struggle by, celebrating women for what they've gone through, the hardships that they've gone through, that women should not actually be having to firstly have gone through those kinds of struggles and still to be going through those kinds of struggles. And when we say we're celebrating them for going through what they've gone through, we are still killing and raping them. So, what exactly is there that we are celebrating when it comes to celebrating the struggle that women have gone through to build the nation we now enjoy?
We are celebrating a sense of realization that actually it is through their strength that we are where we are today. And I feel for a significant celebration, we should come together as the communities, men and women, girls and boys, and revive our morals to build the communities that can be able to protect women so that women can be the priority in our society. For instance, women's health is a leading priority that brings confidence on women, and so that women should not go through stigmas through their health, because we first stigmatize women, and that's why they result into inferiority complex and get into the trap of being abused, and that abuse divides our communities. So we need to look at all angles that are human rights to be leading and prioritizing the women's lives, empower the women with the networks that can be able to channel them to today's or to the modern day economic structures. Because where I come from, women had stock fells whereby they would assist each other in plowing mealie fields on different vegetation, and assist each other with different skills, integrate amongst themselves. So today we are into entrepreneurship, but we have women that our policies have put in place to lead and influence the economic structures to also have opportunities for women. But now those services do not reach the vulnerable communities, do not even reach even the women that are empowered into entrepreneurship, even educated women. So we need to draw the strength from those women who put their lives for us to be where we are today. Draw inspiration that we need to be selfless. It should not be about us when we are leading into these institutions of today that are there for the betterment of the people's lives.
Sis Jessica, I know that I should not be killing you, I should not be raping you, I should not be assaulting you in any way, you know, be it physically or otherwise. There should be no emotional, physical or mental abuse coming from me to you. And, you know, I know this, or at least I should know this. I also know that there needs to be some kind of equality in this society because, you know, men seem to be getting ahead still in this world, and it is 2022. You'd expect that those things would have been done many moons ago, but it is still happening in our society. I know all of those things that I should be doing as a man, but what else can I be doing to ensure that, you know, you as a woman are not burdened by life in general?
This is the time now that the systems should prioritize the women's rights, the protection rights of the women. When women are going through certain challenges in our society, there should be measures that are protecting women. So women for women, and if it has to be the women's world, whereby we should bring back, we should actually invent the systems of life imprisonment or death penalty. Those are parallel to that. There must be systems that are going into, because when you rape me, when you kill me, that is actually the death sentence. Where is the life sentence of the women today? These are the conversations that we are supposed to go straight to them instead of saying, shame man, go to the shelter. We want to sleep in our homes freely. We want to feel safe when we walk around, when we are in the workplaces. We do not want to be defined by the struggles. We are not excited to see ourselves showing the wounds. We want to feel great and beautiful as the women, and therefore let's come together as the society, because these are our children in jails, our fathers, our uncles. This is not the place for us to be. We are supposed to be the happy communities. We are supposed to live freely, all of us, embracing, loving each other. Let's come together and have the great sense. Let's dig deep within our souls. And as leaders of the world, we must come together and pay libations and cleanse the land, because there are social ills that are curses that are leading to what is happening today. What is happening to my neighbor, the curse that is happening to my neighbor, it affects me. It makes me to feel inferior to stand for righteousness and to live and be creative and just enjoy life and look forward to build the life-giving pioneers. So let's stand together. Annually, we need to pay libations to our great grand ancestors, to our great ancient ancestors, to our ancestors. We need to plead to the Almighty Creator every now and again. We need to go to the mountains. We need to lose the sense of religion, but get into the sense of divinity and spirituality as the world, so that we can uproot these social ills and come up with a moral regenerated ways of living.
All right. Sis Jessica Mbangeni, thank you very much for joining us. She is a praise poet, just speaking about the responsibilities of men in this country to ensure that the scourge of gender-based violence that we are seeing, especially with the numbers of sexual assault coming out to have spiked from the Minister of Police yesterday in his statistics from crime, one of those things that need to be dealt with as we go into this month that is supposed to be for the women.